I just felt like putting this on video now. I was praying to God, and I'm praying to Him, thanking Him, letting Him know how grateful I am for, the last few months, past year, for, helping me maintain this apartment, helping me and my significant other maintain this apartment. It's been a few months where it's been struggles, and we didn't know if we was gonna make it on time. But the crazy part is, we did know. Like, we had faith. We knew we was gonna make it, but we was worried about, if we really was. And you always fall through, God, and you made it possible for us to be here every month without getting an eviction notice, without having late rent. You made it possible for us to just be able to do the impossible. We had struggles, and as far as where the job come along, and we have those struggles because we know that we deserve more, we deserve better, so we don't want to, be working at these jobs, being told what to do, and don't get me wrong, as for me, I speak for myself, I don't mind working at a job, because that's the type of person I don't mind working at a job, and because I know that how can I say this, because I'm not trying to say I don't mind working at a job, because I do mind working at a job. But I'm saying, while I'm working at a job, I don't mind doing the work because, that's what I'm getting paid for. Y'all want some of my time to do some work. So that's what I get paid for. And that's why I just do it, and I do it above and beyond, because that's just me. That's my work ethic, but so that's why we had these struggles with the jobs and leaving these jobs, or getting fired, or getting let go because of the companies, or, just how the jobs, the system works out here and anywhere, when it comes to jobs. So it's been a struggle, but we surpassed it, and we did it, and I'm really excited. I'm really grateful, and I'm just standing here and packing up the stuff tomorrow, and we're driving up to New York. Well, we're gonna have some stops, but we have some stuff. And I remember the first day we walked into this apartment. What's funny is, before I even got in this apartment complex, literally before I even applied for these apartments, I came here and I walked in this apartment. I didn't walk in any other apartment. I said this was open. I walked in this apartment. I remember one time I was mad at my boyfriend. I remember this night like it was yesterday. I was mad at my boyfriend, and that's when I was smoking Black and Miles. I did that for like a few weeks. Somebody I used to hang out with put me onto it while I was drinking, but I don't do that anymore at all. I haven't done that. I only did that for a few weeks. I remember that night. So I was smoking. I went out. We had a little disagreement. I was mad at him for whatever it was, and I went outside to go buy a Black and Mild, and he didn't like the smell of Black and Mild in the house, and I didn't want him to know I smoked it because he didn't like it. So basically, I was hiding it. So I just, was like, all right, let me go find an empty apartment. I literally was walking past, and I seen that this apartment was open, and I walked in it, and I was smoking. I was smoking in the bathroom. I remember I used the bathroom. I was kind of scared. This apartment was empty, and yeah, and I just came here on a regular, and then once I applied for the apartment, they ended up giving me this apartment. I never asked them for this apartment. They ended up giving me this apartment, and it's just crazy how just God works, how things could be just so ironic, So, came into these apartments. I'm gonna put this down. So, came into these apartments, and they gave me this apartment. I remember when I signed my lease. I remember the day that nothing in here, not even the bed, maybe a freaking blow bed and some clothes and stuff. Signed the lease. I came in here, and I just remember crying to you and thanking God that, thanking you that, for allowing me to get the place, my first apartment ever that I have in my name, and God forbid if my boyfriend was to leave me, at least I know it's in my name, and I know that, I'm going to be safe and I'm going to be good, something that I can feel like is really my own, but it's ours, but technically it's in my name. So, it's so good that my first apartment was in my name, Yeah, I did live with my ex-boyfriend for like 3 years or whatever, and his name's on that lease. That's mostly because, I was making a lot of money at the time. I always had a job, a good job or whatever. So that's why I never put my name on that lease. So, this is the first lease I can put my name on, and it's definitely, I cried and I was just so excited. And now that I'm just packing stuff up, looking at, when I'm about to leave, it's just like, thank you. Like, yeah, we had some rough ends for the last few months, but it's cool. At least 2 out of those 3 months, we was compensated, and I feel comfortable. It wasn't that bad, and I never had bad experiences. No roaches, probably less than 10 roaches I've seen here since I've been here all year. And I can't say that for New York. Usually everywhere I go in New York, there's a bunch of roaches. So, this was a really clean space. When I first moved here, it was nice, and it started getting warm outside. We sat on the patio. Our friend gave us a patio. Set. We sold it, of course. We selling all our stuff. Sit on the porch every day. Nice weather. Me and Bay used to walk me to work when I used to work at C Exchange, and just doing stuff like that. At first, it's not that it died down. I guess lately, I guess we've been on a go, and we forgot about the things that was once very important and just more fun to us. But we had a whole bunch of good times. I'm just saying, like, we used to, we used to walk to work. But that's when I used to walk right there. We used to work right there, and now we have a car. And we just got the car on November 30th. Praise the Lord to that. Thank you, God. Like, was able to get that vehicle and to take us around. And, before we made a decision, like, we didn't even think we was going to move down here before we got the car. Like, we got the car, we thought we was going to stay down here, and then we got the car, and then it's like, well, let's move, So, with the car, we've been able to see a whole bunch of, new places. And I'm just happy, I love it here. I'm coming back to Dallas, And God forbid if I have to come in these apartments, because it's probably easier because I've been here and I have a good history. I'll come back in these apartments too, It wasn't bad, There was kids always running right there. We right next to the football field or whatever. It's not a football field, but it's like a little grass where the kids used to play in the summertime all the time. They still would play now if it's nice outside, but I love that, the kids, they're not real close to us, but we could see them and hear them, so that was good. It reminded me of back home in my mother's house where my window was right next to the daycare, and every morning, if I were if it was a break for, me or whatever, and I stayed home from school or something like that, I would hear the kids come out and play and stuff like that, so that's what it reminded me of, back home. It's just, yeah, it's just been a great time. I had a few cookouts, had a whole bunch of people come here, different people, did some travel parties, showed the business here. Got somebody started here, got Tasia started right here, my first Dallas sign up. So, now I got one sign, I'm going to move down here now. I'm leaving with 2, but it's not over yet. I still have a day and a half. I'm still showing some people, because we got to get this on the road. But, yeah, I got 3 more people to show tonight. World Ventures. You should be here. So, yeah, I have to go ahead and do that. And, yeah, we had a millionaire in the house, Keith Brown. That was great. He's a great guy, I think he's been helping me. He's been helping me. I haven't hit him up because I've been, hitting up other leaders in this concept. But, we have some pretty cool people here, No fights broke out here, everything was peaceful. God made sure no one came in, stole our stuff. We didn't get into any, disagreements with really none of the neighbors here. We actually made a lot of friends here, Sarah and Moose, our neighbors, being the closest ones that we made here in these apartments. So I'm just excited. And I'm like, it's like a bittersweet moment, leaving everything, but I know this wasn't my last stop, of course. Of course I want to, do other stuff and accomplish other stuff, and get a better place, of course. But this was my first, so yeah, I just wanted to share that because I'm feeling it. I'm just looking at everything like, wow, you're out of here. Ooh, this camera makes me look nice. Little patio. Probably can't see it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. So that's it. Peace out.